Welcome back. Now my hosting is done. So I made the payments. I fill in my info like you see. So now let's proceed. I want to log in. So I'm already logged in. So by now, what next? Click on read more. I'm having one services. Don't forget, I didn't get my domain from them, so I got my domain from another company. So I punted it to the hosting. They also sell domains, so they sell .com, .co, and so on and so forth. But I get my own .com.ng because they don't have .com.ng available on their hosting. So I got my .com.ng and I punted it to NXHost. So now I'm having my gtech.com.ng here. So I'll click. I know some of you might be worried, like, how am I having .com.ng? Why by what I signed up was gtech.com. What I did was so simple. I only took the info available at the top screen, their contact phone numbers, and I message them on WhatsApp and I tell them like this is what I wanted, and they make it work for me. So they customize it back to .com.ng for me. So you can also do the same thing sometimes. You can just chat them up, just even set it up for you by themselves manually. So let's proceed. I click on services. Now I see my file manager, I see my email account, which is my everything I need to have in my cPanel. Now I'm clicking on file manager. It's loading. Okay. Now this is my file manager. This is how it looks like. Here I'll be needing my public HTML since I'm only having one domain available, and that is the registered domain on my website. In situations like a add-on domain, like maybe you're adding up a domain to your existing domains, you might be having it on some folders. So, but here I'm having it here, which means like it's just the only domain here and it's the primary domain. So the first thing I'll do is there's a default folder that will be available as a welcome call. Now I'm deleting that folder. Delete. Skip the trash permanently and delete these files. Confirm. So the next thing I do is I'm going to upload the file now. I'm going to my system to upload the file. Let's go. So now let's see what I have here. So let's see. Okay, there's the file. Upload. So I'm uploading. This don't take much time. This most of the times take just 2 minutes to 3 minutes, but due to the network service here, it's very slow. So I just have to wait and see as it goes. So let's go. While this is uploading and it's taking a very longer time, then let's do another thing. Although if you are doing your own, you might not need to move away from this to do another because you might be having a very fast internet service at your own end there. But since mine is very slow, so what I'll be doing now is I'll try to multitask. So what's the next step I'm going to do now? The next step I'm going to do is I want to create a database. A database means where your files will be saved, like your users, their account number, everything will be saved to. So I want to create it down also. I'm going back to my cPanel, my file manager. So I click on the icon there that says CP file manager. So I click on it. You see, it's going to give me another different interface. So it's giving me this. Okay, it's telling me like, okay, allow. So now I'm going here. So the first thing I do when I get here is I go to my SQL database wizard, I click on it. So I'll be naming it VTU in short, just VTU. VTU, next. VTU again, next. So what next I'll be doing there is I'll be using password generator. Like I should be able to use any password I like and blah blah blah. But me, I'm so familiar with using password generator, so it's going to generate a password for me, which I'm going to copy down somewhere. I have copied this password in a safe place here, so I'm marking it there. Now what I do is I use password. It's telling me very strong, that's 100/100. Since they are the one who even generated the password, I want it to be strong. It should be 1000/100. Okay, let's continue. Create user. It's asking me to save password. I don't think I have to do that because saving it even doesn't mean anything. Where should I find it? So all privilege and make changes. So now the question is asking me is like, should I grant permissions to something? So I'm granting permissions to everything, like the system might need to work. So I granted the permission and I click on proceed. So Now let's check maybe our file manager file still at 41%. So okay, since we still have it at 41%, then let's do this now. Let's go back there and let's check on our client area. You might not be able to multitask just like me here. So you might just have to click this logo here that say NX Host Incorporated. So okay, let's do it directly from here. So you might be using your phone, so you have to put considerations to that. So NX Host Incorporation. On your own kind of hosting, you might be having a very different fashion, like maybe you're having Google Host, you're having Data King, Host King, you're having, no matter the kind of hosting you are using, they all still look most familiar. Like sometimes you might not be having your interface like this, you might be having your interface like this, which is just Jupyter. It's just a kind of thing you use on your website. So it's not a big deal, but all you just have to do is understand what is written and how to make use of it. Choose a starting point. Okay, maybe that was just because it's just a new account, so it's just asking me to do something. So what I do next now is I'll locate my PHP my admin. When I locate my PHP my admin, don't forget to create a database the other time. So there must be a file inside that database to collect, like just like a form, like where you have your name, you have your distance. So there must be a rule attached to it. So here we have Chiteco underscore VTU. Then that was the name of the database we created. If you see what we have here, say no table fonts in database. Now let's make table available. So we are going to click on imports. Now we're clicking on imports. Let's wait. It's loading. Okay. Let's choose on file. And what should we take next? Here we'll be using our file, like our database file. So I'm trying to locate the exact one meant for this particular script. There are lots of scripts over here, so we'll be checking for the one that actually meets up. So okay, this should mount up. It should match up, so I think it's the one. So even like I'm sure it's one that works. So let me put it there. So it's loading, It's taking a very longer time. Like networking can be so frustrating. So I feel like I've been doing much of this every day, but due to the network, it's so frustrating. So okay, let's see. Now having it is telling me like this is my database to cache, blah 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 blah. So now I'm coming back here. Still uploading. So since it's still uploading, then we have no other option than to wait and let everything be done. See you right back. Alright, now it has uploaded successfully. So what next to do is go there and click on go back to home. So you see go back to home /ticket.public HTML. Alright, now the file is finally uploaded. So what do we do? What next to do is we extract the file. So let's extract. So click on extract and extract files. Now we're extracting a file into the right public HTML. That's the right place to be. That is if you are using just one domain, so on your website. So now we have it here. So what next to do is we will actually locate the file called call. Then this call. Then connect.php, that's con.php. Then click on edit. Alright, so when you get here, don't forget there was a time we created a database whereby we uploaded our file. Let's go. Like I close the tab. So let's check. Okay. So I'm just brushing up again so you can remember what we did earlier. So the tab is loading. Alright. So don't forget we created this earlier. So that is what we are connecting to the website here. So The first question, no, the first request is database username. So I copied it somewhere. So let me just go there and copy database username. So the username is chiteku underscore VTU. Alright, so I'm going to paste it inside. That's what is requested. Command V. The database name is still the same thing, don't forget. So the password now is this. The password. Alright, so I'm putting the password here. Alright, so what next to do now is I'll click on save changes. So by now the website should be working fine. So let's quickly rush down and see what happens now. chitech.com.ng. Still not loading up yet. What might be the cause? Not loading. Okay. Let's see if there's any connection error. We've saved. Let's come here. Let's refresh. Now click on reload and see maybe something is wrong somewhere. I hope not. So let's click again. Okay. All right, let's quickly go down to the database again. Let's copy directly from here. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, something is wrong somewhere. Okay, you can see it is chiteku underscore. So I was putting in cheat, so I was having T there. So now I hope it is right now. All right, let's try again now and see if it's working. chitech.com.ng. Yes, now it is working.